Hi, Raw Dog 906 coming at you with another video here. This week I want to talk to you about what's the worst thing about rheumatoid arthritis. And I wish I had some bulletin points in the back here, or I knew all these fancy dancy video effects, but I'm going to try making this the usual Raw Dog style, and we're going to see what happens. So I started, thinking about this video for a couple weeks so I could put my heart and soul into it and get right down to it. But rheumatoid arthritis is a real motherfucker. MTHFR. Yeah, but it really is. So, there's a lot of positive videos out there, and I hope in the future to be able to make some positive videos for you as well. But for now, I'm going to have to say that we got to get with the idea of what's the worst thing about rheumatoid arthritis. And for me personally, number one, I'm going to have to say pain. Pain. I've coined the phrase a toothache in every joint. That's what I compare it to. Now, if you've had a toothache before, that really hurts bad. So, normally people cringe at a toothache. That's a pretty bad one there. So, when I say it's a toothache in every joint, I'm saying in this joint, in this joint, in this joint, in this joint. Yeah, in the wrists, in the shoulders, in the knees, in the ankles, in the feet, in all the little toes. All the toes. So that's for me the worst thing about rheumatoid arthritis, the pain. But lately I've been kind of visited by number deuce, the ghost of rheumatoid past, the second worst thing about rheumatoid arthritis, and that would be fatigue. Oh, sorry. Yeah, fatigue. Like just the constant wiped out feeling, just totally no energy, no drive, and Too Short ain't in the background if you're wondering what's going on. Apparently my girl decided that right when I make a video is the perfect time to go dance around, and tiny dancer in my hand, a ballerina, hold me closer. Okay, now this is going to sound like an ADHD video, but no, for real, the next thing is fatigue and the background noise. Again, sorry. Well, I'm not going to shut this down. I'll keep rolling. But, I'm getting older. I'm quite a bit overweight. There's different things that make you tired, but the fatigue of rheumatoid arthritis just knocks you out. You sleep some more, and you just never really come around. And I've taken methotrexate now for a long time. Haven't made an update video on that either, but it seems a few days after I take methotrexate I have quite a hell of a crash, so that adds to it. But the disease itself just wears you out. Totally wears you out. Now, I'm trying to think of what the third worst thing about rheumatoid arthritis is. And by the way, we've coined the phrase roommates because we all share this wonderful rheumatic disease and stuff like that. So I should have made an official poll, and maybe I will, and make a part 2 of this video eventually, but in case I forget to cover anything. But I would have to say one of the third worst thing might have been the first. Again, these are just my personal orders, so they can go in any particular order that suits your own needs. But know that many of us probably feel this way, and that will be our medications, because a lot of them will be riddled with side effects. They lose their effectiveness. It's literally I just throw darts at a board and see what's going to hit the bullseye, or at least come close to taming the beast. And for me, now it's methotrexate. We're going to see how long that lasts and how long that goes. But the bloody medications. Because I tried it raw dog style, raw. No meds for damn near 7 years. And look at these beautiful hands. Oh, God. Yeah, well, damage is done. That's the worst case scenario. That's another thing. Worst case scenario. I lived it. So now I'm taking a methotrexate. Very common for a lot of us. Some of us tolerate it, some of us don't. But the meds, so we're going to say that would be about a third thing. Now I'll step down one more. I didn't know how many I'm going to go, maybe top 5 or something like that. Before, I'd probably have to say all the doctors. You know, I'm not big into what they call the medical syndrome and that. I don't like being just passed around from doctor to doctor like, you know, a cheap pack of cigarettes in prison or something like that, if they even still do that. But I'm just saying, I don't want to be thrown from doctor, or have my regular doctor go play against the rheumatologist and they know best and this happens and bullshit. But there's a lot of doctoring involved, so be prepared. Lots of doctoring. More doctoring than I ever want to be involved with. This doctor recommends that doctor and that, because a lot of us, rheumatoid arthritis isn't the only problem. So that definitely would have to be one of the worst things about living with this disease, having rheumatoid arthritis. What to expect. I would say the 5th one, I think I'm going to cap it at 5, because I'm looking at my video and I want these to stay like 10 minutes or under and get the attention out here. And I could do part 1, 2, 3, etc. But I'd say the 5th worst thing about rheumatoid arthritis, again, personally here or whatever, is the variableness of this disease. Now, I named the pain and the fatigue and the medicines, like, again, I should get the consensus from my roommates and see what they have to say about it as well. But, yeah, I would definitely say that it's a variable. It's a wild card. Even on your best, unless you have been granted this immunity of remission, and a few of my roommates are lucky to get that, and I would love to see that happen in my numbers. I mean, I definitely don't feel it this week. I'm definitely coming back into some sort of flare. Tomorrow's second pool day, we'll see what happens. But there we go, again, the variable. Now, I have a set schedule. Tuesday and Thursdays dedicate my day, 3 hours plus, to swimming, to working out in the pool, to doing things. Today I hit my exercise bike, and so I'm going to do dry land, dry, wet, and some real life activities. If I get out there and do some yard work and lawn mowing and stuff like that, I consider that a point of exercise. But the problem is that I had a big drive for today, and I woke up and the weather just fucked me. It was foggy, it was really shitty, it just sucked. So I got nothing done. That's why I decided to make a video later. I said, hey, I'm going to have some energy left over tonight. Probably won't have the energy left over tomorrow after swimming if I got to do anything with lawn care or something like that. So it's a big variable. The normies won't get it. They do 6 different things in one day, and what we might do as our hardest part of the day is just some recreational activity for a normie. So it's the big thing. I guess that would be, if I'd left the doctors out of it, that should have been out there, that normies will never understand us. But what I want to say is that we live a variable life. So the 5th point is that no day will be exactly like the last. I mean, if you have a med that calms you right down and you ever can get back to a sense of normal, you grab those reins and you hold on to that and you ride that horse off in the sunset of normalness. Because I don't know what the fuck normal is anymore. And most of us roommates do not either. So the variableness of this disease. In 7 years, I haven't had a day like another. No 2 days the same. No 2 days where all this matches up, where your pain and your fatigue and everything else, what you want to do, what you mentally want to do, what you physically want to do, does all that just magically line up? So that's the big deal right here. This disease has a wild card. Rheumatoid arthritis is a wild card. That might be another good video and talk about all these differences and that. But I really hope this gave you any insight to what the worst parts of rheumatoid arthritis are. I think eventually I'll find the positivity to make, a motivational or how we deal with rheumatoid arthritis. But I just wanted to cut into it, what a lot of it has to do. And this is for anybody suffering from rheumatoid arthritis, and I'd really appreciate if you also shared this with your normal people. Some people might not appreciate my raw approach, the language, the wonderful background. I have no special effects or anything. I'm need a little help and coaching from videographers on how I can make my videos better, and I'm going to keep trying to improve these videos. But for now, I'm going to have to send this one to the slicing block and make sure my girl didn't get too much in the video. But why don't you come up here and say goodbye? Come on, girl. Ms. Mazzy. How about that? How about that, huh? You're going to make all kinds of noise. You're going to show up on frame, huh? You're going to show up on frame, huh? Yes, you are. Okay. So what I want to tell y'all is to enjoy every day and have a 40-pound lapdog and keep fighting the good fight. Peace. Hollywood special effects here. Woo.